Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to continue the discussion about mastitis. If this is your first time watching the videos, again, welcome. I post videos, I try to post them monthly at least, if not weekly, just depending on the subjects and what needs to be covered. And I just do a variety of different subjects. I am posting 2 new videos this week. One, the main one is on mastitis, and then the video today is going to be talking about if you're getting mastitis frequently and why that could be. So my first discussion on mastitis was a pretty long video, so I decided to go ahead and separate the two, and possibly, you know, somebody who's dealing with recurring mastitis already understands a lot about it, but they don't really, they want to know maybe why they're continuing to get it, you know, reoccurring, why it continues to reoccur. So we're going to talk about that today in this video. And if you are not a subscriber, take a moment to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I put up videos. And again, since I'm not like a daily vlogger or someone who posts necessarily on a specific schedule, having that notification bell clicked will assure that you are notified when I do put up a video. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about some of the causes of reoccurring mastitis and then some of the treatments for reoccurring mastitis. And as I mentioned and usually mention in my previous videos, that I always try to get my information from the most up-to-date books. And what I am going to be getting my information is from my breastfeeding answer book, and it is the let's see what edition it is. Let me see what year. It is by La Leche League International, and let me see what year. I'm not seeing the actual year for this one, but it is the most up-to-date that we have at the moment. And so I'm going to be going from that. So it's the breastfeeding answer book, which a lot of La Leche gives it out, and for peer counselors and a lot of different breastfeeding specialists can get information from this book. So that's where I'm getting the information from. I will also put links in the description for additional information so that you can look at the information yourself and be able to, you know, read on and do your own research as well. So we're going to start with some of the causes, and I will be looking down a little bit because I'm going to make sure that I'm following what I have here. So some of the causes for reoccurring mastitis, one of them can be like the failure, and I guess basically a lot of them kind of stem off of this one. It's the failure of fully recovering from mastitis, basically, or a previous case of it or an earlier bout of it. So maybe after with antibiotics, one or more of the following could occur, or could be the reason. The mastitis did not completely resolve. The course of medication was too short. It was not the right antibiotic. It was a wrong antibiotic that was prescribed. And so those are 3 reasons that the antibiotic treatment was not successful. So again, it did not resolve completely. The medication was too short. Maybe you didn't finish the medication, or the medication should have been given for a longer period of time, or the wrong antibiotic was given. Sometimes you need a stronger antibiotic. Some people are immune. They've built up a resistance to certain antibiotics, so you may need a stronger one. Another cause for a recurring mastitis could be an overabundant milk supply, and I have some videos that talk about this, that talk about oversupply. Oversupply, in some ways, you know, for people like me who used to suffer with a lot of low supply milk, you might think oversupply is great, but it can lead to its own set of problems, and one of them can be plug ducts and reoccurring mastitis. And this just because of the constant breastfulness that you have. Another reason for recurring mastitis is a clogged milk pore, which tends to show like a white spot on your nipple. And these, you can look up more information like under nipple problems, but like this can be like a cause of why you continue to get plugged ducts and why it ends up turning into mastitis. Fatigue and stress, and this would be an unusual amount of fatigue and stress, and so this can cause you know, the recurring mastitis. Also, breast lumps or scar tissue from breast surgery, this can be the reason for recurring mastitis. Certain exposure to allergens that cause a certain immune response can also be the cause. So it could be something that you're allergic to, whatever. It could be like a response, an immune response. So you're allergic to something and it's causing your immunity to be low, and therefore you're more susceptible to infections, and this could cause it. Another one is anemia. This again makes your body resistant to, it reduces your resistance to infection. So that can be another reason. So those are just some causes or some reasons. Now some treatments are, and I'm just going to read them directly from here. If mastitis recurs after a 10-day course of antibiotics, then you may need to have your milk cultured. You may need the baby's throat to be cultured as well to determine the appropriate antibiotic to treat both if needed. And you may need a long-term low-dose antibiotic therapy. Breast stripping, which is a technique used by healthcare professionals to remove pus. So that might be something that you will need. With an overabundant milk supply, you're going to need to use strategies to make your supply, to lower your supply or to make it more adequate. And if you go check out my videos, I do give you some of those tips on oversupply and how to adjust that. And if I can remember, I will try to put that in a link. Another thing that's mentioned is reducing saturated fats from your diet, or even taking a supplement of lecithin, which is Lecithin. That's another recommendation. And then if it's always, this mastitis is always in the same breast and in the same location, you may want to talk to your doctor about a possible cyst or tumor. So those are just some things that you would want to do if you're noticing that you're having a recurring mastitis. So that is it for this video. It's much shorter than the other one, but I just kind of wanted to make it separate because it was such a long one. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and check out the description where I'll have more links. Again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, make sure that you're subscribed and the notification bell is clicked. I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great day.